So if you've been on this channel for more than 2 seconds and have more than 2 brain cells, you know that we are not Kirk Cousins apologists. We are not sycophants. We do not worship at the altar of the Tin Pot Pizza Ranch Dictator. We do not pay fealty to that unelected plutocrat. Now, he can get the hell out of here, right? But for the first 6 games of the season, Kirk Cousins was in a running gun battle with Carson Wentz to be the worst quarterback in the National Football League. It was just like they were playing terrible horse. It's like, oh, 2 picks and a fumble? I raise you. 3 picks and a fumble. Just the worst. The worst. And at the bye, I was fully on board. Hey, cutting Kirk Cousins' ass, eating that $41 million dead, and just moving on with life. But, on this channel, we are also fond of calling a spade. And since the bye, I mean, the Vikings, they've gotten a little bit of reprieve from the governor, and Kirk Cousins has been phenomenal. Kirk Cousins has been one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League from Week 8 on. So, looking at his stats, since Week 8, completed 69.6% of his passes. Nice. 5th in the NFL. 2,094 yards passing, 6th. 8.1 yards per attempt, 4th. 18 touchdowns, 2nd. Only 3 picks, tied for 5th. 111.9 quarterback rating, 4th. First downs, 113, tied for 4th, as well as pressure. He's getting heat on 39.5% of his dropbacks. Also, his adjusted completion percentage is 82.3%, which is 2nd in the NFL. Now, I know it's easy to rag on Kirk, right? Blame him for everything. Oh, quarterback is the most important position in all of team sports, and if you're just throwing Kirk under the bus for the Cowboys loss, or the Bucs loss, or the Bears loss, you're wrong. I mean, you're just simply incorrect. It's way more on that defense for unable to get a stop, like any stop at all. Cowboys game, Bears game, also throw in Seattle and Tennessee games. I mean, the Bucs game was all Dan Bailey and the refs. And also, frankly, the offensive line. I mean, the O-line, for as good as it is, run blocking, pass blocking, still a work in progress, especially Dakota Dozier. And I don't know how Rick Dennison and Gary Kubiak and Mike Zimmer, in good conscience, constantly just trot him out there. He's the worst guard. Second worst guard in NFL history. Drew Samia is the worst. The worst. It's bad. And like we said, since Week 8, Kirk Cousins has been the 3rd most pressured quarterback in the league. But the few times that he's kept clean, look at this nonsense. So he's completed 80% of his passes, 2nd in the NFL when kept clean, 1,549 yards, which is only 9th because it's such a rarity. Boom. But 9.1 yards per attempt, which is 1st in the league. 17 touchdowns, 2nd. Only 1 pick, tied for 1st. Also a quarterback rating of 135.5, which is numero uno in the NFL. So it's absolutely rare when Kirk has time, but when he does, whoo. Now, is Kirk Cousins perfect? No. I mean, he holds on to the ball way too long. It's a function of his protection, where if he has perfect protection, sure, he could just hang out, keep looking downfield, wait for Thielen and Jefferson to get open, but he doesn't have that time, and he doesn't have that internal clock. Now, he's been Charlie Skedaddle last couple games, been taking off, getting some first downs, but meh. And also, he is still absolutely capable of pulling big boners and making big mistakes in high leverage spots. But also, remember, if the Vikings do cut him, they would have to eat 41 million dead against the cap next year. And if they trade him, they'd have to eat 20 million dead, either all next year or split up 10 and 10 if they make him a post-June 1st designation. But, I mean, is Kirk Cousins, if he plays the way that he's capable of after the bye, where he's completely been synced up with Kubiak, even though I questioned some of Kubiak's play calling yesterday, but nah. And also, you got Justin friggin' Jefferson, the best young wide receiver in the NFL, soon to be the best wide receiver in the NFL. Adam Thielen still doing the damn thing in the red zone. Also, you got great tight ends. You got Dalvin Cook behind you. I mean, if you can add 1 piece on the offensive line, maybe 2, does Kirk Cousins give the Vikings the best chance to succeed in 2021? Yes, given the realistic options available. Well, what are you going to do? Like, cut Kirk and trade for Carson Wentz? No, absolutely not. And also, should they draft a quarterback this year to be the QB of the future? Also, yes. You can do 2 things at once. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. If Trey Lance falls to the Vikings in round 1, Snoochie Boochies. Or Desmond Ridder, Kellen Mond, Derek King day 2, sure. Maybe they maneuver. Maybe they get Mac Jones round 2. I'd be okay with that. Kyle Trask, nah. So yes, it is easy to blame Kirk and pile on and just be like, oh yeah, thanks Kirk. Oh, thanks Kirky for not stopping the Bears on 3rd down. Blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. Thanks Kirk for allowing the Bears to rack up almost 400 yards of offense and 33 points. Thanks Kirk. You got just absolutely great job, right? But also it's easy to blame Kirk because he's the rich guy and the quarterback, making him an easy target, especially when he's a goober, although he's got a voice like an angel. Singing, yeah, but respect where it's due. Since the bye, employee number 8 has been balling out. He has not been the problem. And frankly, he's earned the right to be the Vikings quarterback next year and the year after that, given the structure of his contract. So, cool. Here we are. What a weird season. But your thoughts, Kirk Cousins, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. While support that work, post something on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.